All right, so let's go start with today's lesson. Okay, grammar MCQ. Who can tell me how many questions for PSLE? How many marks? Anyone?
Grammar, 10 questions, 10 marks.
Yes, very good. Please raise your hand, my dear. Yes, you're right. Here's our point. 10 questions, 10 marks. But of course, for today, we're only going to do 5, right? Because we have other sections to do. But for PSLE, it's always 10 questions, 10 marks. Anything to do with grammar is always 10 marks, 10 questions, okay? Now, comprehension MCQ does not exist for PSLE. It's only up to P5 that you're doing that because they're preparing you for open-ended. But up to P5, you have 10 questions, 10 marks as well. Okay, usually. And now this one, OE, open-ended comprehension, the highest mark in paper 2. Can somebody tell me how many marks? How many questions? Yes, Rudran, thank you for raising your hand.
5 marks, 5, 10.
Open-ended is the most number of marks and most number of questions. How many marks? How many questions? I see Varna's hands raised. Yes.
50.
50. Wow, what half paper? Yes, good try. No, okay, it's 10
Someone
questions.
join in, bro.
10 questions.
Because
10 questions, 20 marks.
Disha,
Yes, sorry.
someone just joined in.
Someone just joined in. Yes, I think it's Vaishnavi. Is it Vaishnavi?
the late gator. Yep.
Let me see. Is it Vaishnavi?
Yep, it is
Yeah, I think it's Vaishnavi, but I cannot see her. So I only see 4 of you on screen. So please turn on the camera, okay, so I can see you.
It's
Oh, yes. Yes. By the way, Rudra, when you raise your hand, right, use the reaction button because you're not on my screen. I only can see 3 of you on screen. I have to go back. So use the reaction button so you come on stage. Yes, Varna?
There's 50 marks on my worksheet too.
That's 50 marks for comprehension.
No, it's just one worksheet.
Oh, just one
There's-
worksheet. Okay, yes.
There's
But
a
for
lot of
PSLE,
questions.
yeah, for PSLE, it's 10 questions, okay? Each of them can sometimes be 1 mark, can be 2 marks, can be 3 marks, can be 4 marks as well, okay? But the marks are distributed among the 10 questions. Okay, let's start with grammar MCQ first. But before that, somebody choose my color. Who wants to choose my color for me? Yes, I see Varna's hand is raised first. Okay, yes. What color do you want, Varna? You will take turns, okay?
Galaxy one.
You want the galaxy. All right. So we shall go with galaxy first.
Nice colors instead of the normal color. I don't know.
Sorry. What do you say?
Why does everybody like to use the nice color, like the galaxy, the rainbow, the red color, the green? Gold?
Because it's special. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do that first. Now, first question I have for you is, do you know what are word forms? Word forms are just different kinds of words. For example, verbs, adjectives, adverbs. These are all word forms, okay? Different kinds of words. They are used differently. Now, let's start with the first one. Some words have only one form, like the word would. Would is called a modal verb, right? It's a modal verb. It's only a verb. Would cannot be an adjective. It cannot be a noun. It cannot be an adverb. That's why it stays only one form. It's only a verb. But some words, right? Sorry, somebody's asking something without raising hand. Yes, is it Rudran? What are you saying?
What is a noun?
No, would is not a noun. Would you like a cup of tea? Would is a helping verb. Would you like?
I thought you said the WOOD.
Oh no, WOOD, would. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just realized I didn't change my screen. This one, WOULD, would. Would you like a cup of tea? Would is helping the main verb, which is like. So would is a modal verb. It can only be a verb. But some verbs, right, are like, so like this one is a dog can become a puppy, right? Just one form, right? But some words are like a butterfly. There are like 4 forms: an egg, a caterpillar, a chrysalis, and a butterfly. For example, the bird beauty. Beauty is a noun, right? If I say, I stop to admire the beauty of the butterfly. Beauty of something, it's a noun. But if I change it to beautify, right? She painted some butterflies on the wall to beautify the room. To beautify the room means to make the room pretty, right? This one then becomes a action verb, a verb, right? But if I say, I have bought a beautiful dress. Beautiful dress. Beautiful what? What kind of verb is that? Is it a noun, verb, adjective, adverb? Who knows? Can you raise your hand? Yes, Shiloh? Yes, very good. Give yourself a point. It's an adjective. It's a describing word, right? It's an adjective, a beautiful dress. Then lastly, if I say, Elias sings beautifully. Beautifully. Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective, or an adverb? Anyone? Beautifully. Remember, ly words are what? Usually, ly words are usually
Adverbs.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Rudran. Give us a point, but you keep forgetting to raise your hand. But yes, give us a point. Beautifully is an adverb. Okay, it's telling me how he's singing. He's singing beautifully, describing the verb, right? Beautifully. So you can see 1 form, 2 form, 3 form, 4 form. The word beautiful, okay, beauty, beautiful, beauty has 4 forms, unlike would, which is only a verb. So some words have more than 1 form. Some words have just 4 forms. Some words have 3 forms. Some words have 2 forms. Okay. So now let's look at the first group of words. Okay. Now, can you tell me nouns, right? Nouns. Can someone give me an example of a noun? Anybody? Anyone? Yes, Nareen? Yes, Nareen? You're muted.
Animals.
Animal, yes. Okay, names of people. Yes, give us a point. By the way, write points down. So if you join the class, I will add on Class Dojo. So names of people, places, and things, they are all called nouns. So you see all these words here, right? Germany is the name of a country, right? It's a proper noun. So it starts with capital G because the name of country. Love, game, laptop, all of these are nouns, right? And also, what is this? Does anybody know what is this word? Arva. Yeah, does anyone know what is that?
No.
It's a nocturnal badger that likes to burrow. Okay, let me show you a picture. This is a picture of an adverb. So here you see it.
So cute.
Yes, it's so cute, right? So
What? Where? Oh,
on my slide.
it looks like
All
a
right.
pig.
It looks like a
Its face looks like a donkey.
it looks like an elephant mixed with something. But yes, Avarna, your hand is raised.
Does it live in Singapore?
Looks
Oh
like
no, of course not. It's
pig,
it's
donkey, and
found mostly in Africa. Right, it's an African, mostly in Africa. So, by the way, yes, okay, another one, okay, if it can be, so a clue, how do you know it's a noun? Okay, this is a clue, okay? If it can be counted, right, meaning there's a plural form for it, like bag, bags, meaning there's more than one, right? So if it can be counted, let me use my circle. If it can be counted, it's a noun, like you see bags, wishes, apple. These are all things you can count, right? Now, what is a determiner? A determiner modifies a noun. It's usually right in front. It's always right in front of a noun. Like, for example, the moon. It's telling you specifically what moon. So, the is a modifier, a determiner. His decision, because decision is a noun, right? So, it's in front of the noun, so it's called a determiner. Their happiness, there is a determiner. Okay, so remember, if you can count it, it's a noun. Noun can be counted. Yes, somebody highlighted it for me. Thank you. Okay, next one. Adjectives are words that describe a noun. Can someone give me an example? Anybody? Anyone? By the way, I hear background noises. Please keep yourself muted. Keep yourself muted. Yes. Anyone can tell me what is? Give me an example of a noun. An adjective.
I'm raising my hand physically.
I need you to raise your hand with the reaction button, not physically. But yes, Rudran.
Smart.
Smart, something you're describing somebody. Yes, if it's a smart boy, yes, that's an adjective. Good. So let's look at other adjectives here. Ta-da! Right, feeling words. Remember, sometimes kids always think feeling words are nouns. Okay, you cannot count a feeling, can you? So feeling words are adjectives, like happy, sad, all of these are adjectives. Okay. Who remembers? I've taught you this before. I've taught you 3 words to use instead of happy. Does anyone remember? 3 words instead. Happy, 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 happy. Does anyone remember the 3 words? Yes, Elias' hand is raised. Yes, Elias?
Elated.
Very good. What else? Very good.
That's probably the only one I remember.
Okay, yes, give yourself a point. Good job. And I also taught you ecstatic, right? And exhilarated, which means very excited and very happy. Or exhilarating, something that's very exhilarating. Okay, so yes, all of these describing happy. Instead of saying happy, 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 I can say that, right? So remember, any words that describe feelings are adjectives, okay? And of course, there is all the other words here you see. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, quick tip. Adjectives modify the nouns, right? So they're usually used in front of the noun. Sometimes they can use behind the noun as well, but most of the time, like cheeky, baby. Brown dog. Colors are adjectives. They tell you the color. Disgusting smell. Smell is a noun. Disgusting is describing the smell. So it's an adjective. They are describing words, basically. All right. Oh, by the way, at the end of the lesson, I'll always ask you what is one thing you've learned. So please make sure you tell me something else other than meaning of words. Okay. Don't always every week tell me meaning of words. Learn something else that is important. All right. So yes, indicate the degree. So what kind? Very cheeky, right? Sort of brown, quite disturbing. So these words, they modify the adjectives. So let's look at some examples of them. Oh, sorry, am I in the right slide? Oh yes, I am. Okay, let's look at verbs, action words. Can anybody give me examples of verbs? Very easy. Anyone? No one? No one? Yes, Nareen, example of verb. Yes, you can. You unmute. Please remember to unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Run. Yes, run is a verb. Very good. Gives us a point. Now, I have a question. Is a verb? Is, are, was,
No.
were. Are these verbs?
No.
Who says no? Who says yes? Anybody says yes? These are verbs, okay? These are called to be verbs. They are verbs, right? They are verbs. Sometimes in a sentence, you want to say someone is a teacher. A sentence needs to have a verb. If there is no verb, it's not a sentence, okay? So Miss Nisha is a teacher. Is in the sentence is a verb, okay? It's called a to be verb. Being is a verb. So it's a verb, just to let you know. So it's not just action words. There are to be verbs as well, okay? Other than that. Right, quick, remember, if it's, you can change the tense. If you can change the tense, jump, jumping, jumped, it's a verb. That's a quick tip, okay? Okay, adverbs, last but not least, what on earth are adverbs? Adverbs describe verbs. They usually end with ly, not all the time, but they usually end with ly. Can someone give me an adverb? Anyone give me an example of an adverb? Use the reaction button to raise your hand.
I don't have. My reaction button is disabled.
Okay, yes, Rudran, give me a adverb. And then after I ask Shiloh. Sorry?
Beautifully.
Yes, I gave you just now the word. Yes, gives her a point. Yes, Shiloh? You raise your hand first, then you think. Next time, think first, then raise your hand, okay? But yes, yes, beautifully is an adverb. Good. These are all other examples of adverbs. Okay, basically adjectives. If you can add some adjectives, you can just add an ly, right? If I say you're being very patient.
Hard and high. Those are adverbs. And they do not end with ly.
Yes, not all adverbs end with ly.
I have seen the word with highly.
Yes, and Vaishnavi, can you please talk, unmute yourself and talk. Don't use the chat. I rarely see the chat, okay? So unless I ask you to use the chat, don't use the chat. Okay, here. So usually they end with ly, but not always, right? Like slowly, loudly, and hard. Hard is not ly, right? But it's describing how hard you punch. So it's an adverb. Okay, now let's start the 5 questions. I want all of you to use the chat and write down the answer. Quickly. You have 10 seconds. I'm going to count 10.
Number?
1. Yes, right. A, B, C, or D. What number? A, B, C, or D. So in the chat, write down either A, B, C, or D. Quickly, I'm going to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay. I see 2B. What is 2B? That's only 1. Okay, so yes, some people write B, someone wrote A, someone wrote yes. Okay, so I see most of you either gave me B or A as an answer. Okay, let me go through. The answer here is B.
B, I checked it.
A. Can someone unmute, raise your hand first and tell me why it cannot be A? Because some people say it's A, right? Yes, Varna, your hand is raised. Yes, please tell me why is it not B, Varna?
It's not A because it's here and here means like in front of me, but they said in that cartridge, in that, so that's the clue.
Yes, fantastic. Give yourself 2 points. Very good. So you see, like okay, here means it's something that is near. There means it's something that is far, right? If you see the word that, it goes with there, there. Here goes with this, something that's in front of you, right?